call the meeting back to order, committee back to order. We're going to begin with our next panel. I want to welcome the next panel to the Justice Committee, continuing with our study of online hate. As we traditionally do, we're going to go to those who are appearing via video conference first, in the event that we run into technical difficulties. So we have one witness appearing via video conference, namely Robert Dennis, Assistant Professor from the Department of Religious Studies at the University of Prince Edward Island. Welcome, and you have 8 minutes.
Thank you very much. My thanks to the committee for the opportunity to appear this morning. I want to talk to you for a few moments about online hate as faced by Christians, particularly Roman Catholics. Let me show just for a moment how this conflict can out in the online world, whether it be through traditional or through online platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, etc., or simply using electronic media. I'm going to draw an example from the U.S. context to show how this analysis relates to Catholics experiencing online hate. In recent months, Brian Sims, a Democratic member of Pennsylvania's House of Representatives in the 182nd District, has been doxing Catholics, in many cases these people who are elderly, who tend to be teenagers, who were quietly praying the rosary outside of Planned Parenthood clinics in Philadelphia. The representative offered cash in exchange for the identities and the coordinates of these individuals who, in the U.S. context, are expressing their constitutionally protected right to assembly. And moreover, the representative was filming these encounters and broadcasting them live on Twitter with threats such as, "Bring it, Bible bullies, you're bigots, you're sexists, you're misogynists."
Mr. Garrison.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I want to start by addressing the defamatory attack on Representative Brian Sims, who represents the 182nd District in the Pennsylvania House. He has done so in a very distinguished manner for the last 7 years. He was the first openly gay man elected to the Pennsylvania legislature in 2012. He's won awards for his national and state work in advocating equality for the LGBT community, but also in his advocacy for the right for women to choose. He is sometimes a controversial figure, and he's described himself sometimes as unfortunately having the mouth of a truck driver. But he has attracted many attacks of the kind we witnessed here this morning. I think that Mr. Dennis is lucky that his remarks are protected by parliamentary privilege because they appear to be drawn from simply from a Fox News editorial of the last couple of days, which defame Mr. Sims by comparing him to a drug-addicted vagrant, by using other terms which I will not dignify by repeating. One of the times that I was most proud to call him a friend is when he read into the record in 2016 in Pennsylvania the names of each of the victims in the Pulse nightclub shooting, victims of a hate crime directed at a community. So I just wanted to put that on the record, since I was very disturbed by the remarks which Mr. Sims would have no chance to respond to.
Today, the Republican Party of Pennsylvania called for city, state, and federal prosecutors to investigate State Representative Brian Sims.
The Democrat is under scrutiny after posting videos of himself confronting protesters at a Planned Parenthood facility in Philadelphia.
Who would have thought that an old white lady would be out in front of a Planned Parenthood telling people what's right for their bodies? Shame on you.
That's Sims confronting a demonstrator at the clinic at 12th and Locust Streets. The video uploaded to Sims' Facebook account has been viewed more than 1 million times. Eyewitness News has learned Philadelphia police and the district attorney are looking into the videos.
The Republican Party of Pennsylvania called for city, state, and federal prosecutors to investigate State Representative Brian Sims over his recorded confrontations outside of a Center City Planned Parenthood. Tonight, we are hearing from the mother featured in one of those videos where Sims said he'd pay people to identify the teenagers with her. Greg Argos is in Center City right now with that part of our story. Greg?
And the reaction to these videos has just grown over the past 24 hours. Tonight, the mother of two of the teenagers confronted by Representative Sims says she was concerned about her family's safety and she didn't even realize he was an elected official until this past Monday.
Bunch of pseudo-Christian protesters who've been out here shaming young girls for being here.
The April 18th confrontation happened in front of the Planned Parenthood clinic on the corner of 12th and Locust.
We're there primarily to pray in front of the clinic.
When Ashley Garrick, her 13 and 15-year-old daughters, and their 15-year-old friend were approached by State Representative Brian Sims.
So look, a bunch of white people standing out in front of a Planned Parenthood, shaming people. There's nothing Christian about what you're doing.
The video, one of two posted by Sims himself, have gone viral.
It's all over the internet.
What Garrett says makes her so upset, though, is the apparent bounty Sims put on identifying the three teens.
And so here's the deal. I've got $100 to anybody who will identify any of these three.
So we're
I'm going to
actually
donate to
just
Planned
praying for the
Parenthood.
babies.
I was concerned to keep my girls safe. I thought it was very important that I stayed calm for their sake. Out of an abundance of caution, we did file a report with our local police because our children were trying to be identified on the internet.
Even so, this mother of two
I don't need an apology from him. I'm an adult. I've already forgiven him.
says she simply wants Sims to address his actions toward the teens and offer them a direct apology.
Absent the pro-life issue, this was about an adult interacting with minors in an aggressive manner and an adult infringing on minors' speech.
Now, for the past 2 days, we've tried reaching out to Sims, but he has not returned any of our messages. Yesterday, however, he did release a public video statement where he said he acted aggressively. I'm live here in Center City. Greg Argos, CBS 3.